Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco, that's your sister, and we're continuing with Life Makeover. One of the main plot, I'm doing like the side stories.
Follow me.
The sound of the walls collapsing ran through my ears, and the ground under my feet was shaking. But I couldn't see anything. I tried my best to open my eyes, and before I could adapt to the changes in lighting, I turned my eyes to Roy. Roy frowned, but there was a gentleness in his voice that was unlike ever before.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared, I'm here. Oh wait, let me see. Is this one voice? I gotta wait for the thing to show up. Roy had his hand on the wall's outer edge, body had suspended midair in the very dangerous circumstance. I guess he was trying to do like a Spider-Man wall crawl. He gripped along nice tightly and muscles and his eyes watched everything around him vigilantly. Roy, give me your hand quickly. I wanted to talk to him and I wanted to reach out to hold him, but I simply couldn't move at all. My body seemed to be out of my control, and a huge sense of powerlessness engulfed me. My eyes looked out over Roy's shoulder. The angle of horizon was dizzying, and the frosty moon seemed to be close at hand. It's too high up here. I was clearly in a taxi just now. Taxis can drive to a place this high up, and it's way too weird. The howling wind was around me, and all of the sounds and surroundings seemed to be still at this moment. And my dad ultimately answered this moment. It seems okay too. So that her taxi crashed. No, I have to believe Roy. Okay, calm down and let's see if there's anything I can do to help. The shaking sensation became stronger, and the gap between the wall and the floor became bigger and bigger. The sense of weightlessness suddenly hit me, and as the ground opened, dragging me into the endless abyss. Oh! As I awoke from my nightmare, the sound of the sharp rays suddenly sounded. I flung forward due to the inertia. Luckily, I had my seatbelt fastened so I didn't collide with anything. So it was just a weird stress dream.
Are you okay? A stray dog suddenly appeared by the side of the road, so I had to slam the brakes.
Are you okay? A stray dog suddenly appeared in the side of the road, so I had to slam the brakes.
But it just so happens that we're at our destination now. Anyway, this ride's on me. I'm sorry about that.
Oh yeah, so it has sound. I pulled myself together and looked out the window, and sure enough, I had arrived right outside Roy's office. It's okay, sir, and please don't drive so fast next time, and you could have ended up flying not just now. I opened the door and got out of the car, and then a cold wind woke me up in an instant. So it was just a dream, huh? I probably should also realize that Roy was never speaks in that tone like that. And while busy talking to myself, I totally unaware that Roy quietly walked up behind me at some
What
point.
did you say?
The cold voice came from behind me, and I subconsciously jumped aside and quickly made across my arms. Nothing at all, not late, not as dark as this, don't you suddenly appear behind others and frightening them so. Well, appearing behind people, that's stalker behavior.
So, you know that late night can be dangerous, but you still easily expose your back like that. Oh, such a lack of vigilance.
So you were worried about me and hesitating to pick me up.
I was just out for a walk.
For a walk, and you're quite healthy. How about if I join you for a walk?
The night's getting quite cold. Let's head inside first.
We walked alongside each other towards the office. Roy turned his head to look at me and then straightened his hair somewhat involuntarily.
Come straight here as soon as you got up. Such dedication.
After seeing his unusual behavior, I slowly realized what he may have been hinting towards. I took a picture of my phone, and sure enough, my hair has become a mess from the accident I had just now. Or was I being delusional just now, and why did it feel like his hand was going to reach for me? While facing my head, I casually joked, "You know, I'm just trying to catch up on my sleep on a rare day off, but then somebody wanted me to help him." And that somebody didn't seem to even say a simple thank you.
Thank you for coming. Anyway, the test is about to begin, so let's get going.
The thing that wanted me to help test was a technology that was being developed. These investigators can use the information available to them in order to reconstruct the crime scene. And they enter the retro scene by uploading their consciousness and have to work with what information they have.
That your ability to empathize is very good. So hopefully we can work well together.
And Roy said that.
He did. He often usually
The equipment is now tuned.
Upon seeing Roy approach, the donor wisely stopped talking and did not continue his words. What case is being reconstructed this time around? Roy didn't answer. Instead, his gaze moved down and eventually stopped on the table in my hand, on the tablet in my hand. I already sent it. I'll take a look now. According to the data record, the reconstructed casing was a serial theft. The software stole the memory sheets of multiple victims, causing the victim to go into a coma. Memory chips, huh? A memory chip
the setting of
is...
the case. Essentially, it's used to store information in the human brain in the future. Well, what'd you think? This setting is pretty cool, right?
Indeed, it is quite interesting. So far, the suspect has committed 4 crimes, and the clues suggest the location of his next act. And each clue was left behind and clearly points somewhere.
This is simply a blatant declaration of war against the police.
However, I feel that the suspect's intention wouldn't be this obvious. Perhaps after we investigated the scene, there will be new
Are you
discoveries.
set?
Yes. I follow Roy and walk into the experimental platform together.
Synthesize areas 1 through 14 and begin the test.
Following Roy, sort of the surrounding lights turned off and suddenly darkness reminded me of the dream. I couldn't see Rod at all, but he somehow knew where I was exactly and lightly touched my hand.
Nervous. The test will automatically stop if it senses danger.
Roy's voice was very soft, but it made me feel very at ease, and I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. And the turning, opening, and unfolding of the shades of the culprit were almost like a sci-fi movie. And if it weren't a sci-fi protagonist, I probably wear gorgeous and dramatic cool clothes. Time for the styling. I opened my eyes again, and it was then standing in an unfamiliar city with neon lights and tall buildings. Everything about it indicated that this was a city that existed in the future but still felt quite familiar. I was put on to investigate, and we met up 40 minutes later, and just that. Looking at the close arrangement Roy started, I felt that my contributions were a little short-handed. It's only been 40 minutes, and you sorted out this much information. Unbelievable. Couldn't it be that in addition to your forensic skill, you also have a hidden detective nature?
It's because I've done this 13 times now. And what you're looking at now are the accumulated results over the time period.
Roy sent the existing information to me and immediately accepted it, and then meticulously went through it. Got a sense and made good use of it. After comparing the information from the 4 previous cases, I finally found a common ground. The shit lost by the victims were all related to the girl with the surname Jiang. However, a connection between the suspect and her has yet to be found. Furthermore, the 4 crime scenes were all in high places. And while muttering to myself, I pulled out the map and marked it. Actually, to be more precise, they were all at one city's commanding heights. And there are 5 commanding heights in the city, and so the next crime location is the Sky Restaurant in the city center's TV tower. It's not far from here, let's hurry. And in the face of my urgent manner, Roy just glanced out the window in a calm manner. However, by the time we arrived, the crime had already happened, and we missed the suspect. At the moment, Roy and I were sitting opposite in the restaurant looking at the newly found clues together. Roy, in your opinion, what kind of a person do you think would obsess with high places? I don't know, King Kong maybe? Who else obsessed with high places? Batman likes to hang out in high areas.
I'm in forensics, not psychology.
Although Roy didn't answer verbally, his hands that were operating the tablet were still hard at work. 5 minutes later, I received a new email.
I sent it to you.
And I thought you weren't good at psychology, but your analysis turned out to be very
I
good.
always do my best.
I just nodded, and I said being accustomed to Roy's personality. So there are those who like high places are generally more confident, proud, and even a little arrogant. So the suspect will lead clues to guide the police every time, which is indeed quite arrogant. However, this time he left nothing behind as the scene was cleaning up. This shows that he has the ability to clean up the crime scene, but he hasn't done so before. Why?
Perhaps this was his last crime. So there is no longer a need to leave leads anymore.
The train of thought has come to a halt, and the atmosphere was very silent as we were checking the information. That's odd, and what I suddenly feel a little dizzy, and I'm gonna go wash my face to wake myself up a little.
Possibly because it's steamy.
Might as well get changed into a simple and comfortable clothes so I don't get too hot. But this is a fancy restaurant, so it can't be too casual. It needs to be a little elegant as well. It's a fancy restaurant, but it has no air conditioner. It's a bleak future indeed. I recall the brief encounter I had with the suspect just now and had some mixed feelings about it. At the time I was knocked out of the guardrail by the suspect. Fortunately, there was a tempered glass floor on the viewing platform, so I didn't fall all the way through. Also, I didn't hold on to me, and instead he turned around and tried to chase after the suspect. And as far as Roy was concerned, it was nothing serious. I was just knocked down, just fell flat. However, at the moment I thought of the situation in my dream, and that under the glass is the abyss. And although he did the right thing, I still felt somewhat at a loss.
Did you discover something new?
Well, I was just thinking for too long just now, and Roy probably thinks I lost it in my thoughts. Should I tell him about the dream? Nah, don't tell him the dream. It's weird. No sense, I'm afraid he might laugh at me. Honestly, I was just thinking about the connection between the clues. And it was evident that Roy wasn't fooled as he put down the tablet in his hand and he stared directly at me. I don't know, like, it's idiotic to hold someone accountable for something that happens in a dream. It's insane even. That's a crazy people thing. I was a little embarrassed by his stare, so I told him what happened in the dream anyway. And I thought he would just laugh at me as usual, at least rationally say that dreams can be taken seriously. But he didn't.
Sorry, I didn't know about this.
Why are you apologizing for a dream, you lunatic?
Next time, you can let me know earlier.
As Roy was speaking, he took out a triangular-shaped caliper from his pocket and placed it in front of me. This?
is a test prop. When used in conjunction with a sling, it can handle high-intensity stretches.
But I don't know how to use it. As I imagine the scene of tying my body with a knot and hovering midair like Spider-Man. I thought I had no confidence in my arm strength and adaptability, and after thinking about it, I pushed it back. You should probably keep it, and as we act together as a team, I trust you to keep me alive. Roy seemed a little uncomfortable and slightly awkward looked away from
We've
me.
no new clues, and our investigation is back to square one. Yet, you're having a good laugh.
No clue, so what? You don't have to be so. As soon as the words came out, we froze at the same time. No clues means zero, right? Zero era lot, and this is the new clue given by the suspect. However, this lab is a high-class office, so I probably won't be able to get in like this. I'm trying to do another wardrobe change. Zero era allowed. As its name suggests, everything in the city is a foundation and are all developed here.
All 5 of the stolen ships are here. It's just that
Were brought me to the terminal that had been cracked and seemed like he had something to say but hesitated.
take a look yourself.
The motive for the suspect's crime was detailed in the terminal, and our latest update was 10 minutes ago. Miss Jan, as a restorer, had helped the suspect restore many things, and they gradually became friends. And after Miss Jan said the suspect could not come to terms with his fact, so he began to collect sheets related to Miss Jan, and he tried to synthesize a complete retro memory and implant it into the machine. It was hoping that through this way Miss Jan would be reborn. But in the end, the suspect left the synthetic memory in the terminal and couldn't continue. I reshot and clicked on the retro memory saving the terminal and was instantly stunned. I guess since she didn't have like a memory backup or of her consciousness, then the next best thing that he tried to do was steal the memories of people that had interacted with the dead chick. So then when he stitched all of those memories together, it didn't bring the results he wanted. This is me. Why does Miss Yang in this memory look the same as me? Before I could recover from the shock, a nice and mechanical voice suddenly sounded.
If only I hadn't invited her to dinner that day. That way, you wouldn't have missed the last subway, wouldn't have gotten that taxi, and wouldn't have died. It's all my fault.
Word got me vigilantly, but the voices came from other directions, so I couldn't pinpoint his exact
Why
location.
leave leads after committing a crime? It is merely a game itself. I am willing to submit to fate's arrangement for me. Shall I succeed first, or shall the police find me first?
Face arrangement. Sounds like something that somebody with a gambling addiction would do. Raise up the stakes even though he was very easily incapable of like hiding his moves.
If you had been at that restaurant, if there was no you as a variable, it should have been me who won.
I had no idea what you're saying, you lunatic.
You have helped me restore countless important things. But this time, it's my turn to restore you.
The surroundings began to flicker and someone was approaching me quickly from behind. But this time I was prepared, and I dodged the attack where Roy took the opportunity to knock him to the ground.
Well done.
All because you reminded me not to easily expose my back, and I love to listen to advice. Los ojos spit out, and I looked at the silhouette in front of me and felt as if it was a bit like Roy.
Zero stands for Zero Error Labs. It also means that you who investigate this case will be lured by me and come here, clearing the progress. It seems that, in the end, I was the one who was reset. Thinking of this face that looked exactly like her. I couldn't press the machine start button at all.
The surrounding scene began to collapse and the silhouette disappeared into the chaos, never to be found again. The floor collapsed on the side, throwing Roy and me out the building. Oh, so I guess her psychic ability, her telepathy has evolved into premonition. We struggled to grab the protruding wall, and the collapsed building continued putting us in a precarious position. And in the wake of the strange noise, a few pieces of gravel fell above me, but Roy pushed me away just in time. And at the same time, Roy fell backwards due to the inertia. I reached out to him, but it was too late as our fingers brushed in a washing fall, but couldn't do anything. I just need to be a little quicker. The tears flowed down my cheeks as I stared blankly at my hand and I held out for Roy, hating my own powerlessness. I'll start crying won't solve the problem, and I need to come down and think of something. I wiped my tears quickly, looked around to find a foothold where I could climb my way down. And at the moment, Roy's voice suddenly sounded from behind me. Before I could understand what was happening, Roy had already grabbed my hand tightly. And we held hands and stepped onto the ladder and made broken bricks and ran into the direction of the moon. And over there was the direction of the virtual space exit. So that guy with his weird flickering nonsense sent us to a virtual space. I was back sitting on the comfy chair in the office was still in deep shock, and Roy also returned to his usual state. He was now exchanging the desk experience with the other colleagues. Roy, thank you. For sacrificing your life to save me in spite of your own safety. But then again, it was a virtual world, so I don't think you died there.
But you keep getting yourself into trouble. So what else am I supposed to do?
Oh, I hear you. I'll work on more when I go back, so next time I won't ever hold you back. Let's see, after I get home, I add 10 sets of sit-ups and keep up with my shoulder training and...
Rome wasn't built in a single day.
Also, I gotta learn karate. Did they already create that technology that instantly teaches karate through microchips? A la Matrix stuff? Nope. Well, coming back when that gets invented.
But, thank you. And that dream you had.
I tilted my head and did not understand the meaning of Roy's words.
The carabiner works great.
All that, I'm very happy to be able to help you, but I was serious about the exercise too, and you? I looked at her earnestly and my tone was very sincere.
Right. I'll go with you.
During this moment, Donna suddenly came out of nowhere.
It was determined that the scene collapsed due to a new branch that appeared in the suspect's program. The system was unable to quickly determine the emerging information, and so crashed.
This has never happened in any of the 13 previous tests.
So this time it was...
It was you who unlocked the new ending.
And it's the hidden version of the true ending.
Previously, the suspect had been caught before they finally committed the crime. Therefore, the motive for his behavior was never found out.
Thanks to... this test was super successful. You have anything else to add? I'll report it to the technical department as well.
So, Donut, you plan on making me the suspect in any other cases?
Well... I was just lazy instead of having anything against you.
So that's why no wonder the suspect was looked so much like Roy, and that Miss Jan looked a lot like me.
Yeah. This is actually because we know so few girls. We can't help it.
Donna said it with a pained expression as if accusing his work of blocking him from too many girls. I guess even in modern day, there's not a lot of women like... at least in the US, there's a lot more guy cops than girl cops.
Especially Roy. Besides you, he hardly ever talks to other girls outside of work.
The technical department is still waiting for you.
Hearing Roy's word, Donna seemed to have received a pardon and quickly left as soon as he could. It's getting late, and he says nothing else, and I'll be on my way. I turned to leave, but Roy suddenly approached me, and I thought that he wanted the tablet in my hand, so I hurriedly handed it over to him. But his hand lightly touched the end of my hair and then quickly backed away.
Your hair was in a mess again.
They helped me straighten it up. There happened to be a comb on the table beside me, and I picked it up and deliberately moved closer to Roy. And I was going to joke around, but I didn't expect Roy to actually go along with it. He brushed my hair like a cute little doll.
Sure.
And instead, now I was the one who was at a loss for words.
Are you sure?
Sure about
Our
what?
comb is used to deal with the deceased.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't you have a comb that's used on living people? I don't want like dead person's hair in my that's probably full of like exploded brain matter passing through my lovely silky human hair. Oh, seriously, dude? No, never mind, I'll do it myself. And I scrambled and took out a few steps back and quickly grabbed my hair at random. But in the next second, I realized something was wrong. Bro, you're lying. Who told you to lie? And how could such a specialized item be placed in the office?
I did not lie. I did not say it was this comb.
Anyway, it's getting late. I really have to go home. And I turned around feeling somewhat wrong and walked towards the door. And however, a cold object was suddenly shoved into my hand, and I picked it up and I saw that it was a comb.
Always messy. This is for you. And it's getting late. Let me take you home.
I noticed the comb in my hand was better, it became warm, it was no longer cold. The stars brightly outside the window were the stars shining outside the window were bright, and the journey home seemed all the more exciting. Alright, that's the end of that short mini chapter.
Good boy. Stop acting up.
Alright, let's do the beach one now.
Wow, the ocean. Wow, the island.
We finally arrived. To be found with is a bit incredible that I invited by a well-known director. Yes, I miss Archie's sister. A week ago, my work submitted on Vanna was favored by the director, and she invited me to the island today as a custom assistant for an ocean conservatory team promotional video. Thank you for the offering me the opportunity, and I'm so honored to be invited. I didn't expect you to come and pick me up in person.
Come up with me. We shall shoot the best video ever. Take a seat. Just feel at home.
Thank you. She shows a cheerful and enthusiastic as ever.
Our superstar shines bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Have you recognized who he is?
Someone I know too well appears in the living room.
What are you doing here?
Don't act so surprised. Since he's a celebrity dude now, he probably weirdly arranged everything. Sean! Our director invited me.
You're the designer who our director calls the one. She is fastidious. Well, I'm always impressed by you.
Thank you, and you too. You are invited as well, right?
I didn't expect Sean to be your acquaintance. You really surprised me a lot.
Wow, Sean used to be a normal human being who made his money by babysitting me.
It's more than just acquaintance. We're all partners. Are we?
Looking at him being very happy, I got up in the spirit of things. He's right.
Great. Let me see if you guys work that well together.
We're going to shoot at the beach. So why don't you all get a vibrant and dynamic outfit? Make sure it produces a summer coolness.
Guys, the camera is in position.
Got it. Thanks. I'll check with the director for the next scene.
Compare with the shiny out on the stage and the little darling when he's with me. Sean the actor is much more serious. Only when our eyes meet outside the screen does he exude his felony cuteness.
What are you thinking about?
I'm saying that my speech is weird. Ah, did you finish your part?
Not yet. Our director is going to pick up our special partner. Are you tired?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be your stylist. Are you tired, by the way? You were swimming and diving, and even a Superman will power it off. Get some rest.
All right.
You know, I'm going surfing next. I hope you're looking forward to it.
Is there anything you're not good at?
Who knows?
Hey, Sean! First of all, our little partner is quite naughty.
No problem at all with a naughty partner. That's what a professional actor should do.
A big brown guy is gambling on the beach. Or maybe a dog. Is his partner a big dog? Well, I don't know that based on like bike-screen interviews, filming with animals is usually like a nightmare. Like I remember like the background commentary for the movie for like I forgot it was Nocturnal or No Time to Die or one of those old James Bond movies. The one where the bad guy's always holding a cat. Like the cat is always going insane and biting the actor holding him. It was very rare for them to get a shot where the cat wasn't like out of his mind.
Good boy. Stop acting up.
The dog is just mischievous as the director mentioned, and he jumps here and there, driving our photographer mad. But Sean is patient in mastering the dog and leading an amazing performance in line with it. Being strong with himself while leaning with others, and his well-deserved in our well-known idol. Sean and the dog are frolicking in the sea, and the bass military stirs out wide waves on our vast blue water and plays a melody of laughter in the sea. I really want to keep what I see in my heart forever and how this pure sea would always be alive. Stars are getting up until the shooting is over and everyone's sitting on the beach and chatting. The photographer begins to tell his not so terrible ghost story for some who knows reasons.
The slimy ghost climbs on the shoulder of the host, and he turns back. Ahoy!
A cliche. See? Doesn't even blink an eye.
I think I heard something similar. I heard one before, so it's probably not that scary with yours.
Please, at least encourage me with some reactions. Just like Sean did.
Well, I don't know you well enough for me to like fake enthusiasm. It was just such a boring story. However, Sean was always in his character looking somehow frightened. If it's not out, then he's just really afraid of ghosts. And man, we live in a futuristic sci-fi story. Like, you think like we're not in like a fantasy world where like ghosts will be a problem.
No matter what story I tell, it'll be scarier than yours. Look at this villa. It has been our family mansion for centuries. My willful papa once reconstructed it. Do you think my ancestors would be dissatisfied with it?
Madam, would you please say something else? And could you please share with me more about the industry?
Of course, but it's a long story to tell. Would you like to put on more clothes?
I'll be with her. Thanks. I'm not into these stories.
Finally, there's something you are not into, and it makes you more like an ordinary boy.
Just a little.
Sean is really afraid of ghost stories and wanna change into a reliable looking, handsome and capable outfit. Penning casual styles also help draw us near. Any excuse to do a wardrobe change. The pleasant night shadow on the beach continues to lay now with the sanity turns over passion.
Stop it! We'll have to work tomorrow morning, so everybody go back to bed now.
Our director wants us and all of us go back to our room. And I was hyperactive today and I'll finish watching and go to bed. Why can't I turn on the headlights?
What's wrong? You looked a bit stunned, so I came over to see if I could help. What a weird smell. Is something charred?
I don't know, it looks like there are water stains on the ground over there. If the photographer is screaming, is he in danger? I'll go to his room and have a look.
I'm gonna go with you.
Sir, are you okay?
No! My poor camera. The lens was cracked. Look!
Terrible. What is this slimy stuff on the camera? I think it's gross.
Easy, Tiger. Can you turn it on?
You must have caught something. A computer virus. The director rushes into the photographer's room with a gust
Hey
of
guys,
wind.
in my room. What's the matter with you?
The photographer shows in the camera the psychic shot in the
Much
camera.
more than that. The Christmas spruce in my room is broken. Plus, you've got something strange painted on your door, Sean.
The director figures out the weirdness in the four rooms and immediately calls the police. Should call Ghostbuster.
I guess the police may not be able to reach this private island until dawn.
We'll be too passive if we don't do anything, and I want to carry out an investigation before the
I
police
have
come.
faith in your abilities, but I don't feel comfortable leaving you alone to investigate. I have to wait for a reply from the police. And you can get someone to accompany you. Mr. Photographer?
Camera! My camera!
I'll be with her.
Don't push yourself too hard, I'm okay with
Her
eyes.
safety is more important. It doesn't matter if I push myself. And I don't want you to spend tonight alone with... In short, the photographer is not the best choice for you to partner with.
I think so. You two must pay attention to your security.
Seeing the photographer and the director pulling an elaborate prank on us for not being scared of the ghost stories. Sean takes my hand and his cold fingers wraps around mine with some
We will.
strength. Sean and I arrive at the electrical room, and along the way he has held my hand tightly with his sweaty palms, and I hold his hand and try to calm him down. He smiles at me, patting himself on the chest and tells me not to be afraid. I wonder who's the one being scared. I please scan the distribution room.
Scanning the surroundings. Collecting effective information.
While I is on scanning operation, Sean stands by and stays silent, which makes me all at ease. Sean? Sean!
You almost scared me to death.
Tinkle. Scan completed. It's a loss of power caused by a short circuit.
A short circuit? Does it have something to do with the shard and water stains in the room? Following the ice instruction channel, I cut off the power supply to the short circuit and pull on the switch. Lights in the room are on, and I hear Sean let out a sigh of relief.
It's better.
Good, don't frighten yourself. I'm always here with you. And looking at me being so confident, Sean bursts out laughing. Why are you laughing?
It's not because of you. Just think it's a bit funny of me.
Suddenly, something breaks out in laughter, and bells are colliding, and something is dragging a massive object. Before I can figure out where the noise came from, I was taken into Sean's arms.
Stay quiet.
Eerie sounds echo across above the ceiling, and we curl up in a small corner of the distribution, and Sean shields me with his body. You'll be fine. Sean mouths me a comfort, giving me his iconic smile. He trembles with his heart beating so fast that I can clearly hear it in his arms. I don't know how long it takes for the scary sound to finally stop.
Is it over?
I am really certain that it's the camera guy and that she's pulling a prank on us. I guess so. The room upstairs is in his villa dining room.
We'll sit tight here for the night, waiting for the police to arrive.
Saying here's not the way to go. It's been around the dining hall for so long that it may have left some key
Are
evidence.
you afraid of the slim ghost? Or our director's ancestors?
Calm down, it has been gone. And it's made such a loud noise which can be heard in rooms
But
away.
apparitions and ghosts are beyond natural science.
If it's a ghost, then I'll execute it. I guess they execute ghosts in the future. That's what I mean by exercise it. Rest assured, I will protect you if there's any danger. Once again, Sean holds my hands tightly.
I'm so ashamed that you promised to protect me.
I hold him back and holding hand in hand, we head for the dining hall upstairs. The culprit has already left. I and I search for evidence, and Sean keeps watching outside the house till dawn almost arrives.
Retrieving. Found hair on the door frame of the dining hall.
See, I told you some bastard pulling a prank. Such a clump of brown fluff, is it? Wait, water stains, a broken camera, the destroyed Christmas tree, and their grimaces. Sean, just you wait, and I will catch this naughty boy who plays a ghost. It's the dog. I just realized it's the dog breaking everything. I take canned meat from the refrigerator and put it on the bowl and slap the bowl on the floor. And it always something speaks towards us, jingling the bells and rustling objects on the floor.
You mean the culprit is...
Well, dogs are known to break the furniture, walls, and houses when they're stressed because they're in a unfamiliar location away from the owner. So probably since we didn't walk the dog, he decided to tear that resort villa to pieces. Because that's just what dogs do. A big brown dog is gobbling down the meat, and his tail was and a Christmas tree decorations wrapped around his body jingle. Exactly, this is the one. We took the photographer's camera as his toy, destroy a director's spruce, and do a graffiti on your body with his claws stained with dirt in the cedar parts.
So, the water stains in your room were actually the socket being...
Naughty boy. It whimpers innocently and throws itself into Sean's arms with a terrible mess of a Christmas decoration.
It's dirt all over!
It really adores you.
Let's take it to the beach for a wash, and then go to the director.
Good idea.
By the way, we can enjoy the sunrise over the seaside. Come over here. The sea breeze is really good. Hey, little guy, don't run too far.
No problem at all with a naughty partner. Not at all, right?
I mean, no problems over here. Sunrise by the sea. Every time I see it, my heart swells.
I agree.
This time, it's a sense of peacefulness after surviving a disaster.
You were exaggerating.
How could it be? Thank you for saving me from endless fear. scare you when I was startled in the distribution room?
Not at all. And if you were so scared, you still held me in your arms. Well, people can't help being scared or what they perceive as the supernatural. Or it was just a dog being like the absolute worst.
Of course. You're precious to me.
But you didn't have to cover it up when you were with me. Being afraid is nothing shameful, and it would be fine if you just told me. And I would believe. And then if you were afraid, you would not leave me alone.
That's true. And what?
Sean and I are watching the dog at the beach, and when Sean is looking somewhere else, it slips away from his grip and shaking out the water next to me. Ow. I jump aside to avoid the splash of water.
Come here, bad boy.
Watch out. Sean stumbles over the dog and grabs me to keep balance, but only grips me down. The couple watches still happily, leaving Sean and me sitting in the shallow water. I don't know who starts it, but we soon both start laughing.
Go back and get changed into a clean and refreshing outfit.
We can show vigor and agility. I'm not going back to be outdone by a barking suspect. Oh, that's an organic way to shoehorn in outfit change. We brought back to the villa with a dog which has been enjoying itself. The salty breeze is blowing past my ears, and I can help but look at his face soaked in the morning light. And his very figure in my childhood memories overlap with the youth in front of
I
me.
have to say, this is the most mischievous partner I have met since I started my career.
To take the positive side of the coin, it is also an increase in working experience.
Everything is going to be great. Because the most reliable partner in the world is right next to me.
Another compliment.
It's not. You're a detective who subdues ghosts. And to you, I never lie.
But you do keep the truth silent. We go back to the villa and tell our director the fact about things. And she calls off the police and the force alarm is finally clear.
My bad. I forgot to feed this guy. I'm so sorry.
Yes, you should be sorry, director. You are the absolute worst. They give you a dog to look after and you don't feed it. Seriously, feed your dogs. Well, right here, right now, everyone who's watching this video, if you have a pet at home, go feed it if you haven't fed it.
It's better enchanted by an apparition than bitten by a dog. How impressive would that be?
It wouldn't be impressive in a good sense.
Agree.
Designer and detective. You inspire me. Can I invite you for another collaboration? I'll keep an eye on that imp.
Yes, it's my pleasure.
To take this opportunity, may I invite you for another collaboration as well, Sean? I adore your performance.
If she is the designer, I will ask my staff to make room for it.
Great! My next project, Nightmare by the Sea, is now officially on the agenda.
Wait, by the what?
Just you wait and see. This is gonna be countless times scarier than a slimy ghost thing.
Did it happen so soon? Don't you need a second thought?
No need to. The final script will be ready for you by next month.
Madam.
I don't want horror films anymore.
Sean and I speak out in one voice. I'll talk about getting typecast as the wolf who screams in all of the horror movies. Well. Hi, Otis. Hi. Mi Rasis Ataboyev. Hello, Harmony Micheles. I hope you found amusing me doing like the life makeover. I just noticed your messages. Sorry it took so long to respond and stuff. Well, this is a good place to leave it. I hope you have fun with it. Bye bye and God bless.